What's up, guys? Jack here, and in honor of the LMP2 hopper ending, I finally got a race where I was in the Mazda LMP2 and we managed to beat the Oracle 7s. Now, I'll add a little bit of a disclaimer here. I think the Mazda might be better than the Oracle on this track. It's pretty close in terms of overall lap time. I would probably still choose the Oracle if I was to race these two cars against each other because the Mazda is just very much a potato putting the power down. But we're going to make it work. So we're going to come all the way from the back, and our goal in this race is to literally go from the back to the front without touching anything. That's the goal. Finish with no penalties. Finish with no car contact. I don't think I've actually managed to do that, except in races where I've qualified on pole and I just got lucky and escaped in turn one. So this is going to be very interesting. So we're going to make our way all the way through the field. We're going to pass this Daytona prototype, and we're going to see one of the biggest mistakes I see in Forza Motorsport right here. My guy, you are in a Daytona prototype behind the fastest quartering car in the hopper. You should not be trying to outbrake him. I don't understand why that's constantly a thing I see with people just not understanding what their car is actually capable of. If you're driving the Ferrari in the GT hopper, you shouldn't be thinking I'm going to be outbraking someone as I'm getting close to the corner. Like, if you're right behind someone, I honestly wouldn't duck out. You might duck out to maybe make a fake, but if you try to send it on the inside, what you're going to do is push wide, and he's going to drive right back by you, and you both lose time. So that's one of the biggest mistakes I see, and I'm definitely a little bit nervous with that Mazda. He felt like he blocked me a little bit hard on that straightaway, so I was like, is he going to make a little bit of contact? But luckily, we were good. We made the escape. Now it's on to the next guys up ahead. So with the guy behind, I'm always nervous when I see someone immediately block and kind of follow the lines a little bit. So I'm glad we were able to make that pass work. We did start on the soft tires, which, by the way, is a mistake. You want to be starting on medium tires, especially if you're starting in the back and going to be running a medium soft compound. But right here, we're going to make a move on the outside of this guy who just went off, and a little bit of car contact. He's going to try and hold it up the inside. That's aggressive. I feel like we kind of held our line there. You guys be the judge. Let me know in the comments. Was I in the wrong there, really? I mean, I feel like he's coming back onto the track. Like, come on, you shouldn't be fighting off the position like that. And I cut this a little bit too finely, but we didn't get a penalty, so we're gonna hop back in. So we made one tiny little piece of car contact, and you guys can be the judge and tell me if I did anything wrong there. But we're gonna try and keep making our way up to the field. We're up to P5 now on the end of lap 2. The back to the soft tires. So the soft tires, I just left in as practice. I forgot to switch everything before the start of the race, so that is why I'm on the soft tires. You want to go medium tires first if you're going to go the medium soft strategy, because if you use the soft tires first, I'm losing time battling these cars. So I'm not using these tires in an optimal way. If I was in the mediums, I would still be faster than the guys in the back, but I'm getting held up by them anyway, so I'm losing good time on the soft tires by having to make my way through the field early. So instead, we're gonna want to use the medium tire compound first, go late into the race, then throw on the soft tires, so you are the quickest car right at the end. So jumping ahead, we are now starting our slow lap on the soft tires. This is gonna be the worn out lap that you have to do. So I'm choosing to do it on the soft tires, as the soft tires have less fall off speed than the medium tires do. The mediums are actually really bad on tire fall off, but the softs aren't as bad, so this lap isn't going to be too bad. So I wanted to avoid it on the mediums, so we took it on the softs. So we're going to head into the pits, and there's one thing you need to know about this track. It's the dumbest pit exit on the planet. So the game just forced me into this line. There is a car going full speed behind me that just rams into me because I can't control the car at that point. The game was still in control of my car, and it he just full sent it all the way into me. So I'm just in a little bit of disbelief from that. That was insane. But moving forward, we're on the medium tires. Time to make our way back up through the field, and this Mazda in front of us, this guy makes questionably the worst block I've ever seen outside of like NASCAR. So there's the Oric 07 that was running second. He just came out of the pits, so he gets passed by this Mazda right here. He's still a little bit on cold tires, so we're gonna make the move right around the outside, and there's gonna be a little bit of contact on exit, but it's all good, just a little bit of bounce. But we're gonna get a nice run on this corner exit, and we're just gonna go, up the inside. And I don't know what his goal in blocking right there would be. The guy hasn't made a pit stop, and there's a car next to you. I don't understand some of the decisions people make in this game. I just don't. So, how can you make a decision that will negatively affect you so much just to slightly inconvenience someone else? I just don't get it. I don't get that move. It happens to me all the time. You'll just see people sweep across the track for no reason. So now we're going to try and make our way around this Orica. It's very fast on the straights compared to the Mazda, so it's going to be a difficult job for us to get around him and try and catch the leader. I think we still got a shot at winning this race, especially with the guy in front having the penalty. But one thing to add is this race was before the update. There is still aero wash affecting these cars, so even if I do get by him, it's going to be very difficult for us to get away. So you can see he's struggling very much on these corner exits. We're trying to figure out the best way to pass, and I start lifting off sooner into the corners to try and get a better corner exit on him. So right here, I lift off the throttle a little bit earlier to make sure I don't get close to him, so I can get that sweeping run this car is very good at. Now you can see the Orca doesn't pull away too much on this straightaway. The Mazda's not that bad at accelerating, it's just really bad at accelerating from very, very slow corners. If you have momentum already, the car is fine. It can kind of hang with the Orca. It's just it can't build up that momentum from nothing. So we're going to sweep around the outside and try and make that move stick. And then we're going to dive back on him on the inside, but it's not going to really matter anyways because he's just going to drive by us. But yeah, we're having fun, just switching back and forth. So nice little battle we're having with him, but you can see the leader's just pulling further and further away. So we really got to make this move happen and make it stick very, very quickly so we can make sure we get by these guys. And he makes a little bit of a mistake on corner exit, and I think he's trying to give me the spot back, or give me the spot because he made a mistake. I'm not actually really sure what was happening. I kind of looked it off a little bit here and there. I think we both kind of did, and I make the move around the outside. I'm not sure if he let me by or what. I think he just made a mistake and felt bad if we had contact. I'm not sure, but something happened. But now there's the gap, 5.9 seconds, lap 9 of 12. We got some racing to do. We got to catch up. So right now, we're just going to skim through. We're going all the way till the last lap. We've got to catch up to this leader right there, 4.1 seconds. That gap is coming down, 3 seconds on the next lap. And now we're coming around on lap 11, 2 seconds. So we are making up ground. And on the last lap, we are going to be within a second of this guy. Just about now. His tires are also wearing out pretty quickly. It looks like he actually went for the same exact tire strategy that we went for. So his tires are a little bit worn, and with the pace advantage I already had, I'm just eating into this ground. But there's one thing I need you guys to focus on. Look at the penalties in the top left corner. I don't need to fight him. I just need to catch him. So I have a feeling if I try to pass this guy, there's going to be contact. There's going to be something. It's just based on multiple years of Forza experience. I don't need to pass him, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to ride right behind him, hang out, let him penalty on the first lap, whatever he did, whether or not he deserved it, he got the penalty. We'll take the win just from riding behind him and not taking the risk, because what do I have to gain from passing him? The moral victory of crossing the line first? Is that worth it to me? No, not really. So we'll just give him a nice little hello in the last corner and cross the line second, take home the win with the penalty, because we don't need to deal with any of the drama that will come with passing him. We already had the win just by him finishing right behind him. If you guys liked the livery I used, it is by Hillbilly IG, and I highly recommend you check out some of his stuff because he has liveries for most of the cars in the hoppers. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.